getting game, but it's gonna go into the game and quickly smoke out coming out from Quest here. There we go. Hey, look at that. How is that not a Scooby-Doo villain, man?
Who's under there? Who could it possibly be? I'll see if Quest can get away with another victory if it weren't for these pesky EG players. As they do smoke out down bottom as 4, and Noob, well, he moves up there to get an observer ward down, but it is immediately scouted by a little Wolfie.
Yeah, it should be dewarded pretty quickly here as Matthew was in place. He puts down a nice sentry, gonna cover all the areas that he could have warded, and that's an immediate deward. Because in trouble here.
Yeah, getting completely wrapped around on. I mean, there's nowhere for him to run. Because is just dead.
I don't think he realized, you know, that he was kind of alone in his positioning there. They didn't really hold the high grounds, and they just wrap around bottom. They saw him as they were in the smoke themselves as well. Easy pick off for them.
And they go back all the way across their normal lanes. Omar and Toby going to get a high ground ward here as well, so Sky can actually play a little more forward on the left side of that bottom lane.
This first blood really offsets mid, by the way, because he was gonna, you know, have a pretty hard time, I would say, against DP. But now getting Magic Stick for free and a little bit of extra gold towards his bottle, he only needs, you know, 275 to get the bottle now, and with Bounty Runes, that already pushes you over a little bit. So this can be very, very comfortable for him on Shaker.
That would have been pretty incredible for Panda there. He made the long migration all the way from like top Twin Gate area. Tried to steal the rune, but Gyro was there. Now Panda going to have to walk all the way back and TP bottom. So we will have ourselves the Bane and Lycan lane. See Small in the mid against that Earthshaker of Noob. And Death Prophet. And a hero that was incredibly popular a year ago. Really kind of slipped off the edge of the earth for a little bit and has been coming back little by little, but it's been very player specific, it feels like.
Yeah, it is. It's not too many players that really, you know, make this hero look good. C-Smile does play it. I've seen it before, but he's not really a spammer as much. So we'll see if he can make it work here. I wonder if he's played it a lot in the current patch, because it's not really a meta hero.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though. The more the series goes on, the more we talk about it, the more I see similarities between C-Smile and Noob in their playstyle, their hero pool. Very similar in a lot of regards. Panda taking a bit of beating down bottom. Gosh, yeah. And his concussive shot, very irritating.
Yeah, doing a good job cutting trees immediately here. Toby on his Tidehunter got the Quelling Blade. They didn't go Quelling Blade on the Skywrath as well, as we sometimes see the support Quelling Blade comes out.
That's just irritating spam for Picasso to deal with. He's going to be okay, but every last hit is a struggle. And he's being pushed back time and time again.
Yeah, Concussive Shot is such a good value spell. It does a lot of damage for its mana early on. And you always get some auto attacks in. Top lane as well. They're trading low here. Matthew gets blocked by the creeps a bit. Gonna be fine, but...
The creeps and the wolf getting in his way a little bit. Gets the brain sat back onto Kaori. And down at bottom, Toby does die in the end. Pakaz and Panda to crack level 2 and get the takedown.
Yeah, the Nature's Grasp, the danger of that, plus Static Link, you gotta respect it. And Omar taking a bit of auto attacks there from the Treant as well. Fortunately though, even though they died, both the camps are blocked up, so there's not gonna be a pull to rebalance the lane for EG here. And the lane is not too far up, so they need to get the D-ward and get the pulls available. So Tree, gotta go over and start doing that.
Panda's pinging it. And top lane, Whisper, very low on resources. Waiting for that Helm of Iron Will, but just being harassed constantly by this forward placed Kaori. This is one of those difficult situations where you like whittle through a lot of your regen, you're forced to bring out additional salves, your support has kind of lost the trade with the opposing support, and Gyro is very good at just pushing damage.
I mean, this is the post-nerf Gyro even, 26-second cooldown instead of 18 on that flat cannon, so this could be a whole lot worse in the previous patch, but yeah, they're not off to the best start here, and still a long way to go until Helm of Iron Will comes out for Lycan.
I'll just try and buy that time. Get there as best you can.
And a little bit of focus on mid lane after all this side lane. We have Noob, of course, who got the first blood, is doing pretty damn good against the Death Prophet, despite it not being the best matchup ever. I think having the stick helps him a little bit stay in this lane, since DP spams a lot of spells. 17 for 7 versus the 15 on 1.
Yeah, not too shabby. Always taking harassment when he goes up to that wave, though. Damn crypt swarms and spirit siphons. Always be very irritating. I mean, with this DP mid, what kind of item build do you expect to see?
I think usually just, you know, early, maybe Falcon Blade to get a bit of extra HP and mana regen, because his HP drops so low. He's scary on bottom.
That massive wand and now a salve, barely, like living on the edge, really.
Oh, and the rune control coming in here as well by the Bane, making sure that Shaker doesn't get too good of a start. But yeah, usually I think DP is a pretty damn good hero to go Yule Scepter on, and against two Silence heroes here, I could see her go for that. But otherwise, early BKBs and Blink Dagger are great for fighting.
Oh, another kill bottom, and Omar close to death as well. And every time we look down at this bottom lane, it's just a bloodbath. Everyone's low HP. Everyone's running at each other. Akaz has come close to death several times now. It's got a clip there on Omar with the plasma field.
Yeah, close several times, but getting another kill on Tidehunter and showing why this lane can be a bit tricky. Even with a good start, Toby is, you know, gone down twice. Comes back with no fear, though. Goes straight onto the Razor.
So many slows. Akaz slow to a crawl. Can't even move with Gush and Concussive Shot on him. It looks like they'll be able to pull back, reset that lane equilibrium a little better. And C-Smile, yeah, starts to lay it onto Noob in the mid lane. A lot of pressure there and forces the Earthshaker back to Fountain.
Not getting a bottle refill on minute 4 is very painful, and he couldn't really get a bottle refill by his side lanes either, as it was the Tidehunter who died. If it was a support dying, then maybe they would TP mid and fix your bottle for you, but Tidehunter has to get back to this bottom lane as soon as possible. So, didn't do that for his mid laner. So, walk to base and TP out. See if the 6-mid rune is gonna go his way, maybe.
You can only hope. And there's a lot of emphasis put on this mid lane by EG. Double observer wards to make sure the runes are being controlled up. C-Small, as soon as he sees that Earthshaker, straight there with the siphons to force him back. Let's just calm things down a little bit in the top lane as well. Like Whisper he's getting there. Helm of the Iron Will's coming to him.
This move by Kaori going down bottom lane here. So not going for the bottom bounty rune or water rune. Instead, they're going for the fight. Sorry, power.
Raindrops, 8-1 charges. Akaz under tower, and he's not even going to pop his one. Doesn't bother with it. Dies. As a DD rune does spawn bottom for C-Smile.
I think that was a good read by Quest. Because, yeah, they could have gone and fought for the runes instead. But instead they just say, nah, you know what, leave it. Let them move to support to control the runes, and we just get a kill on the carry. Noob is gonna be fine no matter what, is their idea.
Oh, Matthew steps up. Tri-lane Noob out of his mid lane now. I'll have to bring some heroes to try and remedy this, because there's a ghost lady on your tier 1 with a catapult behind her. There's a lot of structural damage coming their way. Panda, Matthew, both frontline. Yeah, trying to make sure they keep tabs on where the Silencer is. Nightmare into that. Leech Seed, slow him down, and Kiori just evaporates right under the ghost.
He stepped a little bit too close. Omar going for an interesting play to pull the creep wave away so that the tower is actually going to be, you know, staying alive a little bit easier. But C-Smile says, no worries, I can tank for my catapult using Bottle, Spirit Siphon, and even has the Fair Fire Magic Stick. So even though it was a cute play by Skarath, not going to be enough. I like the creativity though.
Yeah, it's a nifty little play. You can see,
he's like, anyone want a creep wave? The tier 2 tower is quick to get the last hits if you don't, so make sure you get them. Shaker's gonna be there in time.
It does mean that Crest have had to bring numbers into mid and still lose that tier 1. A reflection of what happened in the first game, and that Dragon Knight just pushing objectives very quickly. C-Smile replicating it. Yeah,
and that's a good opening to the game, right? Getting one tower cracked already. The mid tower is usually the most important one to get rid of, as the enemy safe lane tower always kind of falls sooner or later anyway.
And definitely breathing room for Whisper. Now, no longer completely bothered out by this Silencer and Gyro. He's able to hold his own, get towards that Helm of the Dom, and some stacks for Matthew being built up as well. So we'll have that backup plan for people to come and clear it out. As the bottom rune spot, C-Smile is here with Panda. 3 members of Quest are down and around with an Echo Slam. Noob starts things off on the DP. She's healing up with a wand and the Spirit Siphons. Fairy Fire is ready as well. Oh my god,
so tanky.
Can't do enough damage to her. C-Smile just moving forward, fighting in. Noob will TP out. The lack of stuns there a problem for EG as they try to catch up to Omar now. The Crypt Swarm might just be enough. It's only level 2 though, so the Spirit Siphon added in will surely get the kill.
Quickly brings him down, and this is just working out beautifully for EG, fighting around this Death Prophet. Even when she doesn't have ulti, she's a strong hero. And Shaker, yeah, you tried to go for an ulti, but there really weren't that many heroes nearby. This is a pretty bad start for a mid-Shaker after getting first blood.
And while this was all happening, I think Razor tried to go on the Tide, dropped him to like 100 HP. Tide had to TP back to base. So Toby having a really rough time, like you said, against this Razor matchup.
Yeah, I'm
very
surprised.
Different story.
They picked the Tide into Razor, and now he's level 5 versus almost a level 7 Razor. I mean, he's basically one level behind, but, you know, it sounds more sensationalistic like that.
I mean, that's the story of his game. He just chat-wheeled Razor is missing. What can you do? Oh, yeah, I mean, Whisper having a much better time now. And they spot out all these stacks in this top jungle.
And here comes Exo number 2. Can go straight for the tower. Just start pushing. Get the Lycan Wolves in there as well. And the tower should fall pretty damn fast. And I don't really see how they can fight this. No Echo available. They have call down, but I think they're just letting go of top.
And maybe try and catch Panda on his way out. Not fast enough to find the Treant.
They're just gonna farm the stacks, dude. They know this area is about to be forfeit. So gotta quickly try and farm this with a call down even. So that you don't lose it when you move out of this area. Oh, but the steal is coming. 3 big creeps available. Thank you very much.
Grab what you can and run. Go the hell out of here. The Centaur's stomping people all over the place.
Yeah. Fortunately, they do have some farm prepared over in the triangle for the Gyrocopter to keep farming fast, but that's 2 towers down, and they don't look like they're stopping. Bottom lane now, Toby taking a lot of damage again from this Razor.
Yeah, Picard's knowing that there could be heroes coming. Just a bit of harassment there onto Toby and then backs up to farming, not going to go over aggressive. While Noob pops the haste in the mid lane, gets away from Whisper and Panda. Very speedy Wolf is going to wrap around in onto Kiori and his courier instead. Aim for the supports, a lot of damage coming. The Centaur Stomp is there to stop the TP.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing you can do as a silencer there. He tried to get some experience towards level 6 on mid lane, but quickly gets punished, and this is quickly going out of hand, man. You see DP has no hesitation as well, going for Ogre Axe first item, signaling that this is probably just going to be a BKB Giga Rush. So they're trying to hit a fast timing before the Gyrocopter is online.
See Small Classic, just run around with the BKB and take your fights whenever you can.
Yeah, and looks like Racer has a Yasha being built first as his first item, so getting himself a Manta Style against the silences.
Tide Meteor Hammer being used to clear out a large camp. He'd love to be on that tier 1, just cannot step forward against the Razor here.
I mean, this is disaster. When you go Meteor Hammer on Tide, you really want to take towers with it. You don't want to just farm jungle, but that's what he's relegated to do now. And he's going to try and clear the Ancients because he needs levels. He's level 7 and doesn't have a point in ulti yet. So he needs to get to level 8 at least, so he has potential to take fights.
Was this not for Gyro? I guess it was originally for Gyro, but now Toby's had such a rough time, it's for him?
I mean, it could have been for Tide from the start, but ideally it was meant to be Gyrocopter's farm, yeah. I agree. This is not really what you want to have happen. So Shad lost his farming rights in the top area, and now his Ancients are taken, and the story of, you know, Vinland, the land of free farming it's gone, man. The map is looking tough for him.
That's very difficult.
That said, he's still, you know, top CS and is doing pretty well, but with the tower gold, he's not ahead of the Radiant anymore.
Yeah, and then we start getting into these situations where proper team fights that are happening. If he gets static linked, that's your big net worth heroes down the drain. Toby finally does get a Meteor Hammer connection on a tower and then immediately runs away. Scurry out of there, and Panda's there. Yes, I can
He's patching it up. He's like, oh, you meteored my tower? I'll just, you know, put a little bit of Band-Aid here. It'll hold some duct tape.
Pull out my repair kit.
Yeah. It's a good feeling to have Treant Protector when you are in a dominant game like this, because you know, oh, Fiend's Crypt top.
Yeah, forcing the global. In comes the big bad wolf. Centaur gets blocked a bit there. Couldn't close the gap onto Kiori as he would have wanted. Whisper might actually just lose his summon.
Yeah, TPs were used to top though, so I wonder if they will make a move now somewhere else on the map. Like bottom could be open for punishment if they swung down there with DP. Ultimately, it was costly for them to use the Lycan and the Fiend's Crypt for just global silence. but if they can make a fight bottom, then it would be good for them.
Now, looks like that's what Panda was vying for there. And Toby very wisely backs up to his own triangle. I guess EG are also still kind of waiting for this BKB on DP. It should coincide nicely with that next ulti.
Yeah, they are. She just 100 gold away right now, so finishing it up in the jungle. Shaker, by the way, finished up a full ulti, Blink Dagger for his ulti as well. And they get a nice combo. Skywrath together with the Fisher.
Immediately smoking up. I'll try and use this Blink Echo on a big target. You see Smile in the mid lane. He's the one they want. Chain stun him down to half HP, but they lack the damage. That Mystic Flare was already used. Overgrowth was fake pumped. Panda maybe expecting the aggression to continue. And we'll shove Quest away.
Oh boy. First Blink reveal. Not the way you want to have it happen. And Razor chasing a little bit. Should probably be careful chasing high ground though. He turns it around. And Wisdom Rune still not taken on bottom. Looks like no way for him to steal really on the side of EG, so Quest can always go and take that later.
Every time Toby gets to step up, he's like, yes, freedom, and then there's a hero here. Do they have the grip?
Slept up, and they're just running over with the Razor. This is dangerous.
Yeah. There's Nightmare into Static Link. Silencer here is a bit of backup. They need some control for Toby. I mean, he's still a big tanky boy. Exo used, but a Fisher blocks them away. And see Smile, he's popped this Exo now, so he's going to have to go for this tier 1.
Yeah, wants to push. I mean, he doesn't really mind. There's no Echo available. Tidehunter has no HP, so they can't really facilitate defense here, I think. And looks like he's just waiting for the creeps to come in, and he's going to be able to siege up on this tower.
And Living Armor DP.
Yeah, it's an old combo.
Yeah.
DP and Treant Protector, they really play nicely together, get some good team fights, good lockdown damage, and of course all that survivability.
There's flashback on flashback. What was it? It was Oracle DP, right? The real big one. Came out of China.
Yeah, with crazy healing.
Meteor Hammer's going to clip him. Bane's in behind with Panda there as well. The Ravage used defensively. And Toby just trying to evacuate this bottom tier 1. So they attempt a defense of the tower, and it's still going to fall anyway. And they spend Ravage for nothing.
Yes, another big ulti used where they don't really get a payoff. The Echo used on mid, and now this. And they still lose the tower, so EG not even committing 5 heroes as well. Look at how they did that push really cleanly. Razor farming, Lycan farming, and they knew that they don't need to overcommit for it. DP was enough with just the 2 supports.
And no redundancy. Just get efficiency everywhere on the map. Well, Matthew, very tanky on this Bane. 1,000 HP and over 10 armor, allowing Sea Smile. Actually turn around in on this, diving into the middle of 4 of them. Does have BKB available, but in comes Noob and Shad. 5 men strong. Quest want to fight this. Sea Smile with his BKB, turns and silences. I don't know if he wants to keep on chasing here. Just poke away at the tide and then back up, as the rest of his team has no intention of joining. You look at the blue and orange pips on the map. Yeah, Whisper is farming away, going through Twin Gate now.
That was a pretty low-cost BKB force, though, for Quest at least. So something, you know, some form of silver lining. Now it's a little bit of a timing window. They have the Shaker ulti available, but yeah, they're starting to fall behind. Just the farming game here. Lycan having the Helm of the Overlord already.
Yeah, this is one of those issues. You're putting a lot of eggs into that gyro basket. He doesn't have that, you know, backup of an Io or an Oracle or some kind of support saving hero there. Global Silence can help a little bit, and maybe, you know, a Solar Crest or something. But when you're looking at triple core, giga farmed Razor DP Lycan, who can get right on top of that gyro. Now, team fights aren't easy.
Yeah, it's gonna get complicated. I mean, you already see a Nullifier being queued up by Lycan as well. It's a Shard first. He wants the Aghanim's Shard, and then straight into Nullifier at the bane of their existence.
Shapeshift up. Whisper. And he's going for Noob. He spotted Omar on that southern side of the fight. Wants the Earthshaker, but he's not really committing for it. Just poking and prodding. Backing up now as Omar has already TP'd away. Another Shapeshift used where Whisper doesn't really get too much out of it.
And Overgrowth. Like, that's also a big spell committed. So just having Shaker ulti available made it so that they didn't want to run at him. Because if they all ran to try and auto-attack the Shaker, he just ultis and turns around.
A bit more free reign here.
Oh, they get the dragon.
Looking at the dragon. It's got a lot of gold. And Whisper's just going to have to give it up. He wanted to get over to these Ancients and try and grab a new one before it died. I'm not sure he got that done in time.
No, he didn't. 250 gold went towards the Tidehunter, so it gets a little bit of a bounty. And Treant Protector gets spotted here by Ward.
Yeah, good catch onto Panda. Well, this has been a good couple of minutes now for Quest, especially when they get a kill outside the Roche pit.
Yeah, going towards the Roche. They have Aghanim's Chrysalis on Gyrocopter. 1 minute until Roche would want to move here. Good timing to take it before he goes bottom.
Yeah, this Gyro's getting pretty big. And he's going to have Satanic. Big items coming up. And EG moving into position.
BKB and ulti, they definitely want to go in and fight this. Lycan doesn't have ulti yet, though.
Yeah, Roshan's not dead just yet, sitting around a third of his HP.
Oh, they're hesitating. They see them with a ward. They're not committing to the Roche. I think this gives them time for Lycan ulti.
And Razor BKB is here as well. I see Smile just edging forward, looking for his spot. Quest, they do back up, trying to play defensively towards that high ground of the Twin Gate. But look at the damage on the Sky, just dying to a Thunderhide. Half HP Omar, the Wolf chases right, and then up towards the Sky, gets the kill, as Toby being drained of all of his damage and his life. And see Smile Pakans will take him down. Can they get another one? Bane was looking for it with that Treant very far forward. They just separated from the fight, looking for the bonus kill. And Kaori's in a spot.
He's hiding. He's hiding in the invis spot. They don't see him yet.
Yeah, Ghost hit him.
They're gonna see him now though, because DP stepped down. Yeah, like you said, the ghosts were poking him. Kind of gave away his positioning. It was a nice attempt. There are, you know, those spots where you can sit, and if the enemy don't go close enough in the Roche pit, you have vision of them taking Roche. They don't have vision of you. It may look really weird for a viewer though if you don't know about it.
Literal blind spots.
Yeah.
Oh, now this is the setup. Matthew, there's Bane, Nightmare into grip, C-Smiles TP down here, along with the Lycan to kill off Noob, and he's gone for 35 seconds. So that's Aegis for Razor, a kill on a core hero, and the map all belongs to EG now.
Yeah, EG getting very, very far ahead with the fact that they didn't even need to do all the work as well. This is the second time we see it today. Oh, you're starting Roche? Oh no, we'll just come in and steal it, you know, easy for us.
I think it's getting really nasty now. Like this Gyrocopter, yes, we're talking about his net worth, his items, his progression, he's looking decent. But we already talked about the static link from Razor, but now you've got a Solar Crest from this Treant. I just saw it put on the Gyro and he's just like not doing anything.
Yeah, Solar Crest is definitely a good reduction in damage output from Gyro. The minus attack speed is brutal. He might also just use it defensively on something like Razor.
Oh, died to the Tormentor.
Oh no, and you know what also happened? He denied the Wisdom. I think he died to a Tormentor because of the Wolf. I think he attacked the Skywrath so that he died with a Wolf.
Oh, really?
I think so. I didn't catch it, but the fact that he denied the Wisdom rune at the same time there, his Wolf was clearly there, so I think he pushed him over the edge.
Not gonna lie, I was hovering over Solar Crest to see what it did. Just like the long tooltip of minus attack speed, movement speed, minus armor, yeah, all the good stuff.
Top lane Kaori just trying to get some experience here, but could be dangerous to stand on the lane. Panda coming in.
And there's so much EG vision up here. Triple observer wards along this top side of the map, and the Silencer didn't last long.
That was without Howl, just Solar Crest and then the auto attacks from the summons. If he howled as well, he would be even deeper into the minus armor. It's rough. He's working on his old Solar Crest on the side of Silencer though. Getting some armor is truly important. But meanwhile, your boy Skywrath, literally one armor. He's not having a good time.
Yeah, not ideal. Oh, Noob. I think they were pinging out Panda there. They know that he's coming across through the tree line. Yeah, they back up and they cancel the TP that Skywrath was starting to attempt. Yep. So right now, Matthew, again, he's going on this journey, right? He's looking at bottom, thinking about this Nightmare Fiend's Grip setup for a TP play while his team is taking a tier 2. So it's not as though Quest have a place on the map that's like completely safe. Because this tier 1 bottom is still alive, because Tide is playing into Razor. Like all these dominoes, right?
Oh, it's coming. Toby can get slipped, and the mass TP. TPs are coming in.
Here it comes. What can you do?
Not that much, to be honest. You can't really TP. He does have friends behind him, though. Fisher?
He's not going to die just yet. Pecan's giving it the old chase down, walking the dog. Can't get the kill, though.
The Fisher was enough for him to just get himself to safety there a bit.
It's definitely one of those situations, though, like you say, it's like there's nothing else you can do. Tide has to be there, because the Ancients belong to Gyro, mid lane belongs to Earthshaker or someone, top lane is just evacuated. You literally have to be in that bottom lane near the tier 1, or else you're sat in Fountain.
Have you seen Noob's quick buy? I like it. Commit for that. It's good play. Go for the Aghanim Scepter into 7 blink daggers. Because the one you have is not enough.
Buying 7 blinks gives you global TP. Well, he needs money to get to those blink daggers, and dying doesn't give you any money, unfortunately. They do get the overgrowth on this Scarith Mage as well, so a bonus pick-off here for Pakaz, as Razor claims another life.
And they're just losing more and more here, and Lycan just gonna go and slam into this mid tower. They could even poke at the high ground, but with Shaker respawning, they could just keep playing the field as well. They've removed 5 towers now. All their towers are standing. Tree and Protector, he's looking towards a perfect game, you know? Keep all those towers up.
Nobody gets left behind. Thunderhide, Living Armor Razor, and the DP Exo, forcing the glyph for now from Quest in that mid lane at the tier 3.
And unlike EG, you know, Quest cannot repair this damage. They already lost half their tier 3, and that's permanent right there.
I do have Blink on Tide now, though. Let's Blink Echo, Blink Ravage. Capability with 2 heroes caught, the Global and the Ravage overlapping a bit, but they've killed off C-Smile. DP down on the Razor. He's got Aegis for 15 seconds. I think about continuing the fight and kind of wants to die the first life here because he knows the chase down is coming. 10 seconds remain. He's just going to run and try and bail on this with a smoke out. EG, they're on the run.
He's trying to run and regen. He ticks up the Skywrath Q, and Fissure was attempted, but not really long enough range to cancel the regen there from the Aegis. So they did get the DP, but it can be hard to get more, and that was all their ultis. They used it, you know, everything. The kitchen sink was thrown right there. An important hold, though. Matthew is in this.
Next to the Tide Hunter. Deja vu. We've seen this story before.
Oh, now Sky is stuck.
Passed over to the sky, and that means he's surrounded by wolves and lizards, dragons, and everything. Shad going for the TP home. There's no cancel for that. As Toby Lotus Orbed up and blinks away, so he doesn't get connected on by the plasma field, and a good Fissure from Noob blocks away EG. It's all delay tactics. Like, yeah, you kill C-Smile. Yes, you push out in this mid lane. You get out there with only losing the Scarith Mage, but EG comes for, you know, round 23 of attacking your base.
Yeah, they're gonna go again, and now you don't have these big ultimates. The cooldowns are gonna be tough to play. I don't think they can chase down Tidehunter, can they? Surely not. He just walks.
Give it a shot.
This man is waddling.
Matthew was thinking about keeping on going.
I mean, there's no way. Kraken Shell is too annoying, but that's going to be the final outer tower being removed. And again, Quest are kind of stuck in base and not doing anything right now. They've got this Tanic on the Gyrocopter going for... He was going for Daedalus. He's now changing it to an MKB next.
He's got to get something.
Oh, he's going Butterfly. That's why. The Razor is almost added Butterfly. So yeah, good choice to change his mind. But obviously Gyrocopters want to go Daedalus, so you get that crit on the flak. But this is gonna mess a little bit with him.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
And worth noting, I mean, Butterfly is still not terrible if the enemy has MKB. You still do miss some hits. It's not like it's literally True Strike. We did used to have that, but it's only 80% chance to ignore the evasion.
What was the... We had Rapier, MKB, and Rod of Atos gave accuracy at one point, right?
I think so, yeah.
It was like 40% accuracy. Yeah, some weird... I was trying to think if Solar Crest also gave it, but I don't think that's true. I think it was just Rod of Atos.
Yeah, maybe it was Atos. It was one of them at least. I can't remember which, but it wasn't for the longest period of time.
It's like one of those fringe mechanics like Break, where, you know, they're there in the game, but very rarely.
Yeah. We get a shard over on the DP now as they take it. Pretty damn strong shard to get for free. The fear effect is definitely annoying as well, getting some more control. She still has the greater healing lotus, by the way. She's had that for like 10 minutes. They've been holding this for quite a while. So it's got some nice survivability with a 19 stick and the healing lotus. Basically a cheese.
Yeah, free cheese. It's a great way to kind of bypass this big blow-up combo that Quest are trying to bring.
Oh, mid, they want to jump a cast, but didn't really get an angle.
Just dips back into the jungle to finish off that butterfly.
Yeah, Shaker finished his Aghanim Scepter, so now only 7 Blink Daggers remain.
And doesn't get the kill on the Mud Golem. He tries to enchant Totem away, but look at where EG are coming from. In through that mid lane with C-Smile just walking straight past, breezing into mid.
Ooh, the sleep.
And the Nightmare's there. Matthew, he's lined it up to try and catch out Noob, and Picard will chase him to the bitter end. Omar also stuck there in the midst of it all. 2 quick takedowns, Butterfly completed, and EG ready to go again.
Man, he went for a null or the Ghost Scepter TP out, but Nullfire is there. Lycan just absolutely shreds him immediately, dispelling that Ghost Scepter and brings him down. And with Lycan ulti still going for a little while, actually it's running out entirely now. He's gonna be a little bit of a creep, but they still have Exo.
Exo, Ancient Granite Golem, another glyph here from Quest to slow things down. Don't let them take barracks. Right, EG still have to be wary about this wombo combo, but Earthshaker is dead for 10 seconds. They're going to know he's not wanting to buy back. Shad is trying to play forward as best he can just to keep them at bay. And we'll lose that range barracks.
I like this from EG. A little bit of control here. Discipline as they are ahead. They definitely want to tie this series out to a 1-1 and not go down, you know, without taking one of the serious games here. But they don't really have a timing that they need to hit. They can just keep going for this slow pushing because Razor counters Gyro so well as well.
Yeah, as Razor now has an Elven Tunic on top of the Butterfly. Good luck hitting into him, even with the range KB. Silver Edge queued up next as well. And Roshan up in 30, we know that, but both teams are going to be vying for control around this pit now. About to crack 30 minutes. I mean, this is an interesting one for Quest to play aggressively. There's still a tier 1 tower down. Okay, no, there isn't anymore, finally.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna try and go in here. They see the DP. Shaker's just caught though.
Yeah, Shaker's in the middle of it. Good overgrowth from Panda. We'll get the grasp out across a couple of them, and Noob has to echo to stop this Lycan. The Ravage and the Mystic Flare is there to kill off Whisper, but now you've got to deal with Picard and C-Smile. TP out, Shad, no way in hell you're getting away from this lot. TP out from Toby as he blinks into the trees, but this completely gives up control of Roshan.
I mean, that's a trade that you will very happily take on EG, even though you lost your Lycan there. He still bought out before he died, and you get the enemy carry. The Gyrocopter just has no way to reposition as fast as the Shaker who just jumps away.
Panda. Gonna tank Roshan all the way home.
He's the tank. I think Razor can tank it pretty damn well himself, but he appreciates the help, you know, a little bit more DPS, not getting bashed. As he has a Butterfly and Elven Tunic, Roshan is like, why can't I hit you? It's a lot of evasion.
Oh, there we go. The one hit he gets is a bash, of course. Matthew going to get the push out here. Saved up 2,000 gold on his way to BKB. A Whisper with that Wisdom Rune grab. Already eyeing up a Scythe of Vice. Yeah, itemization from EG has been spectacular this game.
Yeah, I really like it. It's pretty much flawless from Whisper. He knows exactly what he needs on his Lycan, and they're just so dominant. This is looking like a reverse from last game. Like, there's just no real way for Quest to take the fight unless EG are out of position. If they hug too closely, the Shaker ulti would punish them all. But they've done a great job of not staying too close, but still being in effective range to be able to save each other and help each other in a team fight. Tormentor gonna get taken out here by Quest as they're kind of stuck in base. Might as well go for that. They get the shard for Silencer. Not the most impactful one, but you know, he's working on a Midas. Kaori, he says this game, you know, if we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be a long one. So he's going for a 32-minute Midas.
Go in the distance, boys.
Yep. Cue it up. I would rather see a Dragonlance into Hurricane Pike, not gonna lie, but I appreciate the optimism here. He's betting on a long game.
I just pray for Shad to get some big crits. And is this the kind of point where you're looking at Rapier on Gyro, or like he's going Hurricane Pike?
Yeah, it's tough to say because Hurricane Pike, you saw what happened last time. He gets run down by the Razor, so having Hurricane Pike can stop this static link, which will give you a lot more damage and take away damage from the Razor. So maybe it's better than buying a Rapier. I think it's probably the right choice by Shad here, yeah. Rapier normally would be the play in a situation like this, but just due to the static link, I like this more.
That makes a lot of sense. Oh, noob. Where are you going? Invis.
The safest place to farm is the enemy jungle. That's when you're behind, you just go invade. This is what he's doing. He's going in for a little bit of ancient farming.
Oh, they're pushing our high ground. I'm farming back here. Kaori dying out in the lane.
Top is not the safest part of the map, at least, as Kaori finds out.
It sure isn't. And look at that Radiant scan.
They scanned him, but he's already done. The damage was done. He got the ancients and he left.
And some lotuses. Yeah, EG don't bother kind of trailing back to find him. Just let him do his business over there. And Quest with a solid idea of where EG are all lurking up in that top part of the map.
Ooh, full heart completed on C-Smile. I like the itemization because in this game, there's so much burst, right? Sky ulti, Shaker ulti, Tide Ravage. By adding a heart, he's going to be harder to bring down quickly, and that's really all he needs to secure, just survivability. So this game, you don't really need Yules to stay, you know, unsilenced or something like that. He just wants to not get blown up.
As long as he's the one choosing, like, I'm going to use ulti and move forward here. I should be tanky enough. Alright, well, Quest, smoking here into Pakaz potentially.
He does have Aegis, so he's farming really far away, but maybe too far away from his teammates for them to help him. If he gets burst here, I don't know if they can get there in time.
Yeah, I mean, he even goes for this additional wave. Blink Echo. Noob started off, so first life gone in a blink of an eye. Pakaz does have TP reinforcements coming. The Power Rangers coming to help Zordon out on his right side of the map. They get the BKB off on the Razor. And now Quest. Do we keep chasing up onto that high ground? It's spooky times with a Treant nearby. Meanwhile, in the top lane, yeah, Whisper's knocking on your door.
Oh, this is awkward. They kind of have to go back and defend, or they're going to lose top. But as they TP back here, it's going to be difficult for them to keep chasing for anything. That was Shaker ulti used as well. You did get the Aegis, but it's not really a trade you want to make. As now this opens up an opportunity for EG to make a play.
So many options for EG. I mean, Noob still lurking around in these shadows. Let's see if Matthew can connect on him, but I think the Bania was spotted by a Dar Observer Ward there.
Yeah, but he didn't see Panda, so Bane is kind of standing around here, but ultimately he's going to back out. He knows that this area is not really safe. Shaker just going to farm, trying to work on a Silver Edge. Has the Shadow Blade, of course. Not really anything going to be done during the timing of the Shaker ulti being on cooldown. It's like EG are not feeling too stressed about the situation. They're working on a BKB on Lycan. They're working on a BKB on Bane, by the way.
Yeah, he's been on that for a while now.
Yeah, he's been working for a while. And the thing is, even if he gets it, he still needs to wait out the global silence, right? He can't use his ulti before the global silence comes in. So he has to wait that out, dispel it with the BKB, and then he can commit Fiend Script.
Yeah, so in this kind of game, when we get a lull like this, where things kind of calm down a bit, one team is, you know, hemmed back in the base, but still getting some good farm on this POS1 gyro. Is it still, you know, like impacting EG positively here, where they're getting more of the map and more farm? Or is Quest starting to feel more comfortable the more this game drags out?
I think Quest are pretty happy. Like, as happy as they can be in a game that is this despair. It's not the best game for them, but they got their Gimpike on Gyro. If he gets the Daedalus and then a Rapier, right? It's a lot of time needed. But if they go to ultra late game here, then the Gyrocopter does kind of out carry the team of EG. So I think they're happy to just keep going. As long as they're not losing, then everything is good for them.
So is there then urgency for EG to really push high ground and go for it? Or is next Roshan something they're happy to wait for?
I think so. I think they need to make stuff happen with the Exo, and they're going straight for it now. Popping Exorcism on bottom. He has 2 cheeses ready. The cheese and the Greater Healing Lotus.
Hell yeah. And he's very tanky. Shield rune as well.
Too, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty big boy. And just solo frontlining. Pakaz. This Planter Field comes to help out a little bit. And Shad, yeah, he's side gunning. He's trying to whack away at them. I'm not sure he can keep EG at bay right now, though.
Yeah. Wish they would poke a little bit at mid with like the Thunderhide at the same time, forcing a reaction. He's going for top now. Lycan saying, okay, I'm gonna go top, see what you do.
Now you want to split your forces? Are you going to glyph up? Okay. Lift both of the
Exorcism is
sides.
running out though, so it's a bit awkward for him to commit here on Lycan.
And they blink him. They jump him with the Mystic Flare. They've killed him. Whisper just gets obliterated. Now is the chase on down bottom. Numbers advantage here for Quest. They've still got Global and Ravage.
Yeah,
they're out.
Leading the way with the Gyrocopter, not scared of anything here as Lycan's already dead and Exorcism is down. So yeah, a little bit of a sloppy push. The timing was off. The idea was right, using Exorcism bottom, but Lycan needed to go top a lot earlier, I think, to try and make that play really work. This gives more time though, like I said. I mean, if the game goes to the point of Gyrocopter having sufficient damage to burst through all the survivability that you have, because EG have a ton of it, right? They have the Salt Cuirass aura protecting everyone, the butterfly, and just general tankiness of DP with Tree and Protector as well. But if he gets to the point of Daedalus plus Rapier, he can go through all that.
I think it's become real scary. He can still, get rid of treads. He's got a slot there for himself. I mean, this is the first time we've seen Quest come out of their shell and go across the river in what feels like ages. And Noob has been out there, but the full squad themselves have been a good 10-15 minutes before they've seen a tier 1.
Yeah, it's only a second tower that they get this game, and we see tier 4 items starting to drop now. So let's see what we get. We get Spell Prism over on the side of Lycan, bit of CDR for his ulti and his items, of course. We have Gyro still not found an item. DP is choosing right now. See what she wants. Any ascetic cap, perhaps? Always a great item for her.
Man, Tide has just finished off Aghanim Scepter. He's got that big long-range AoE gush now, so even more ways to kind of poke at creep waves and make sure that the high ground push isn't as simple for EG as they would like.
Yeah, it's also great AoE armor reduction for the Gyrocopter. It's basically like Wave of Terror, right? So you add yourself that. Even used to be a pretty common combo, Gyrocopter, Tide, and Venge together for big AoE minus damage, or minus armor.
Don't forget Dazzle.
Oh yeah.
His old weave.
I think, I mean, I miss the old weave, dude. Don't talk about weave, I miss it so much.
I miss it too.
Yeah,
new
weave is sad.
I was talking about this with someone the other day.
Oh, big play here. Noob.
Oh, hello. Whisper. Gonna get run out by Toby.
Noob in trouble.
We've also got Noob in trouble, chased by the DP. Goes invis, Global as coverage, Sentry's down, he jumps away, Whisper in the back, looking at Kaori, gets the silencer kill. In come the Ghosto, and the Earthchick is down. Whisper looking for targets, as Shad and Omar, they are stranded. No chance. Defensive Ravage, it's used. Shad going for the TP home, they'll get the Gyro out of there alive, but every other member is gonna die. Toby down in the sauna, burnt out by Panda and Whisper, who gets a double on this Lycan.
Oh boy, that's really costly. They didn't get a chance to use Echo, so the only silver lining is they still have that, but 68 seconds on the Tidehunter. He's not gonna respawn in time to take any form of a fight here, and buyback is not even close for him. Same for the two supports, also down for a bit. Bottom lane is sure to fall here. Question is, can they get mega creeps?
Silver lining for Quest is that Exo is down.
Yeah, but they're just auto-attacking. Look at the DPS of the Racer right now. He's just swinging away.
That's some nutty damage. That's bottom lane gone. Mid lane looks like it's going to collapse soon as well.
Yeah, mid Drax is starting to fall. Gyrocopter wants to defend. He doesn't want to see all this fall, but cannot defend mid.
Maybe keep this Lycan away. They've got the grip. Yeah, the Gyro just destroyed. They've got the Blink Echo, but Noob's gone now as well. No buybacks on either of them. That is GG.
The game-winning 4-staff BKB ulti play there. Nice one.